Alright, hello tankers. So it is Sunday, and it is guest star day. It's also Easter Sunday. So, you guys are looking at me right now and are like, Fiaura, that's an artillery piece. Why are you doing a replay on artillery? You don't play artillery. Correct, I do not play artillery. I do not, however, hate artillery. It has its place and its uses in the game. More importantly, this is your chance to learn the secrets of your worst enemy, to learn the secret of sky cancer, and therefore how to avoid getting hit by it. You're also going to see that artillery is not the one-shot wonder you think it is, and that it's not some guy sitting over here with a pizza piece in one hand, the mouse in the other going, grrr, click. No, that's not really how artillery works, at least if you're a good player in it. So, this is a FOXEY platoon, and when I first saw this replay I thought, you've got to be kidding me. That happened? So now you know that there's something up with this replay. I mean, it is a Conch GC. It can lay down some pretty hefty devastation, assuming it can hit the broadside of a barn. Now guys, you all know that that position is not already safe. And he holds it so that it doesn't blow up his aim circle, and then he just... First guy spotted. Yay, you get to deal 900 damage. Not really. And right now, yeah, he's just sitting here. He's looking for his next target. He's taking his time. And he's reloading. And he's holding the right, and now he's aiming over here at the 704. Now, Mr. 704, you're about to make a very classic mistake. You're backing straight up. There's an artillery piece. Your movement is now predictable. And then you stop before you're unspotted. Guys, it's a 6-second count to know when you're unspotted. You need to continue moving until you get a 6-second count, and then you need to relocate to somewhere else at least 10 meters away from your previous position. Otherwise, you know, you get hit with artillery, as Mr. Irish Canadian has discovered. Now, for some reason, the replay is a bit buggy and is causing, you know, this, where his aim circle isn't moving for some reason. Yeah, not quite sure what's going on with that. But in the meantime, and now he's pre-positioned. He knows there's going to be more enemies up here. He's not particularly worried about the Bat 155 right now. He's more interested in these other tanks. So he looks over. See, this is the view already gets. Now there is a mod that lets you see from the predicted projectile of the shell, i.e. the actual arc the shell will be traveling instead of this overhead view. A lot of artillery players use it. I assume that he's using it. I don't have it installed because I don't normally play arty. I may install it if I get another really cool arty replay. Yeah, I'm talking to all you guys. Give me a really cool arty replay like what you're gonna see here, and I may install that mod just to show you guys the difference. So he's expecting something to get respotted here. The Batchat doesn't move up and do it for him. So now he looks over here, and this 268, again, you're moving in a straight line. And you back straight up. But he wants the 57 heavy. He's released the shell. You guys see, it takes 4 seconds for his shell to travel 600 meters. So he has to kind of... You're talking about a 4-second lead time. I mean, it's... None of us really like sky cancer, but you guys can see it takes some real thought to be able to put rounds out. And now you can see some more of the secrets of your worst enemies, because everybody who hates sky cancer is going to be watching this and going, so that's how it works. Also, you can see none of his shells have been direct hits. Arty doesn't get direct hits as often as we like to think they do. They get them often, but considering the number of artillery shells that fly up in a match with 2 or 3 Arty, one of them's bound to get a direct hit. And again, the 268 moving in a straight line pays for it. You can't go straight when there's Arty, especially when you know there's Arty on your position. You've seen the 57 Heavy get hit. You've seen the Yagzilla get hit. You know he's looking right here. Quit moving in a straight line. And just the sheer... And the artillery player has the best bird's eye view to know, okay, this is the devastation that's happening, and this is the direction people are moving, and this is what's actually going on. Poor Doom Turtle. I hate to say it, this Arty player is looking right at you. Because he knows you're slow, he knows you can't evade him very well, and he knows you're going to drive in a straight line. And you're on fire. Now this is where RNG just hates the Doom Turtle and sets him on fire twice. Working as intended, combat. I don't believe you. He also now knows he needs to relocate, because he's been looking at his minimap. If you've been looking at his minimap, there's an IS-7 over here who just killed his last defender of PTA. So, yeah, that's bad. And he's kind of leaving them on their own for the moment to deal with the JPZ, but then he immediately retargets to the JPZ. And you can do what he did by going up on the map, and I believe it's shift-click, and it will warp you to where it is when you're in artillery view. Somebody correct me on that. And then he changes to this view. That's the mod view that a lot of players use. It's a very, very good thing to use. And as you can see, he uses it very rarely. But it does help with those tight artillery shots. It also got Mod of the Year last year, so artillery players, guess what you should be using? So in the meantime, he's actually relocated to the Zero Line Village. And he's going to turn around, he's going to take aim at Cap. And he's still moving. He's still finishing his relocation. He wants to make sure he's in a very good position. And, oh, hello, Lore. Too bad for you, the 140 reloads every 6 seconds, which means you only get off 2, maybe 3 shots before he kills you. One advantage to Russian mediums. You can challenge an autoloader to a fist fight and win. Now I said there was something special, and it looks like this is going to end with a cap. Well, you could be right. This match looks basically over. The mouse is nowhere to be found. Last he was located was on the beach. Right, 140 IS-7 slug out, and artillery says goodbye IS-7. So, he has just barely eased his way into the high caliber. He has 2 kills. Not bad for an Arty player, and he's actually driven a fair distance on the map. So you can tell he's not holding a piece of pizza in his left hand while moving around with the mouse button. Oh, this isn't over, is it? Notice the time, 6 minutes, 40 seconds. This has got to be the smartest Arty player I know. Because he recognizes a couple things. One, there's no way in hell he can one-shot that mouse. It's just not going to happen. And the mouse can one, if not two-shot him. Because the mouse's average damage is 490. A good high roll and he's gone. Or the mouse is just going to kill him before he reloads, before he can aim and shoot or reloads, whichever comes first. So he's going to do some driving around. Now the mouse, nor anyone on the enemy team, has any clue where he is. They haven't seen him. I'm going to speed this up because you're going to see how long he drives around, and there's a purpose to him driving around for so long. What he's doing is ingenious. He's driving like this, and you can see the enemy team is just arguing in public chat, not in team chat, they're actually arguing in public. but he's driving around so much because he knows that super heavy may move away from their base cap. And if he moves too far, well, you're gonna see. Notice he also hasn't been spotted. Nobody knows where he is. And the mouse has now had 3.5 minutes of time to figure out what to do. If that mouse has driven more than 200 meters away from this cap circle, with all these hills around it, he has no chance in hell of making it back to cap. However, Sorphious is not going to take this to total chance. He's going to give him a little more time. Reason being is, worst case, he gets a draw if the mouse makes it to his base cap, or he gets to fire on his base cap and splashes the mouse, which with the GW's splash radius he's very well likely to do, and he'll get multiple shots and he still wins. But he's going to wait this out. He wants that super heavy to get as far away from this cap circle as possible, because he's got 2 shots, and one of them, and he's got plenty of premium HE left, which is what he's got loaded, so he can splash most of that cap circle. And now he's on cap. He waited over 4 minutes and just drove around the map while he waited, so that the mouse would wander away from the cap circle. So the wandering mouse that reset is now the wandering mouse that's nowhere to be found. And now he's just going to sit here and grin. Because, well, one of 2 things is going to happen here. It's beyond the point at which the mouse could get on his cap circle and win. The mouse is either going to get back, which is highly unlikely, because you saw how long it took the mouse to get back previously, and now the mouse has had even more time to wander away. Or he's going to cap out, and there's nothing the mouse can do. The last thing the mouse could get on his base cap, score a few cap points, and still lose. The way that mouse came back and reset, I doubt that. But he's got a bush behind him to protect him from being spotted from that direction, and he's looking the one direction this rock doesn't cover really well. And he's just going to sit here. And the question is, will he get it? Will he get the cap out? Let's find out. He's got 20 seconds. What do you guys think? You know that you know I said something, right? Yeah, this is a Conqueror GC who has scored a high caliber and is about to score Invader and Raider. You heard me. An artillery just scored a Raider medal. And not the fast maneuverable artillery, the slow Conq GC. So, that's going to be it for this one. I found this to be highly amusing and very intuitively helpful, especially since I don't really play arty, but this tells me about this tells me a lot of things. It tells me the angles the Conq GC can shoot at me from, particularly on this map, and lets me reflect that onto other maps to go, oh, so if he could shoot there, then I know that he could shoot here, so I'm not actually already safe. 2, it let me get into the mind of an arty player. And guys, I can't emphasize this enough, know your enemy. So, those 2 things bearing in mind, if you like what you see, please do hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Please remember, I have a contest going on. We are at this very moment only 9 subscribers away before I do the drawings. If you want in on the first contest, I suggest you get subscribed very soon. And immediately before I actually announce the winners on that video to end the contest, I'm going to be announcing the next contest, which will have a whole new set of things you can do to get multiple entries. The next thing is leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about what you've seen here, because this is pretty entertaining. It's not the most entertaining replay I've ever done, but still, arty replays are a necessary evil at times, and this is the actual first artillery replay I've put up, so take it for what it is. It lets you know how artillery players think and what they can do. And if you want to help the channel, share this on Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr. Let people know about Fiaura The Tank Girl. Let people come and watch my videos. Get your friends involved. Be really nice of you. And remember, as soon as I get 9 more subscribers, because you guys have met the view quota for this contest already for the past 4 days, so I'm counting that as met. Just need to get up to 150 subs, and you got your first drawing, and then I'm going to announce the second contest. The last thing, before we flip over to the stats page, is my patronage page. This is where you guys can donate directly to Fiaura to sponsor me. I'm asking for $1 a month. It's not a lot of money, but it adds up as you guys donate more and more. And I've actually got a couple of patrons now, so you guys know that people actually enjoy this enough to pay just a little bit of money for it. Remember, these videos do take a long time. Yesterday took 10 takes. I still can't believe that. I was so emotionally exhausted from it. I went and I just raged at people on World Tanks and walked away with like a 3900 win 8 yesterday because I was so mad about having to take 10 takes. But yeah. So sometimes these videos take hours to do. Sometimes they take all day because I just can't get everything quite right. But yeah. That's about everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. I hope you guys are enjoying the new microphone system that I have right now. Remember, in a week I will have a studio quality mic in here, and we'll see how that works out. But in the meantime, this is Fiaura the Tank Girl signing out, and you guys can go look at the stats of this game. So, here we have the stats for the Conqueror silliness you just saw. Now, first class badge, pretty good. Bruiser, you know he did his job when he gets a Gore's medal. 10 times the hit points of his vehicle. Artillery, done his job. Done a very excellent work at his job. Deserves some credit. Now here's the fascinating parts. High caliber, okay, we all have one of these. Invader, a little bit rarer, but Raider? On an artillery? You guys just saw it. You know it just happened. Yeah, that's a thing. Caused a total of 6,092 damage, which by far this 2 platoon has carried the team. They have a net between them of just over 10,000 points of damage. So credit to FOXEY. Very good match, guys. Very nice watching you guys work and perform, and I gotta say, not a bad job on the Conqueror. Now, 7 shots fired. One of his shots apparently hit multiple targets because he has 5 direct hits and 3 splashes, but only 7 shots. So somebody was sitting a little too close together. And despite firing all premium ammunition, he's managed to make 55,000 credits. It's doable. You just have to get really lucky with your arty shots and not miss, which he's obviously done. 100% base capture points, 1 defense point because he shot at the IS-7 after the 140, but overall, good job. He was a second behind getting a defender medal on top of all of this. So that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will talk to you very soon.